Hey, what's up? And today I wanted to talk about how to anoint and dress a candle. So this is going to be a pretty quick how-to video, but it's one of the questions I get asked a lot, so I thought that I would just go for it and make a tutorial for you. I have 3 different candles here. I have a regular taper candle that's white. I have what's called a figure candle. This one is male. And then I have a glass jar novena candle. Each one's going to be anointed a little bit differently. And so I'll go through and show you how to do each one. What does anointing a candle mean? Anointing a candle is also known as dressing a candle. And when you dress a candle, what you're doing is you're putting oil on the candle. Now, usually you're using an oil that you purchase somewhere. When you get more advanced in your witch work, you can make your own oils by infusing herbs and things like that into the oil. But for now, it's totally legit, completely fine to buy oils from witchy shops or websites that you like that are online. I like wisdom.com, and I am not being paid to say that. So this one, I'm just doing a simple Peaceful Home oil. I don't know exactly what's in this one, but I thought it would be good for this purpose. When you are spelling a candle, you're going to take the candle, and not every witch is going to tell you to do this, but it's way more powerful if you do. And I want you to hold it in your hands, and I want you to infuse the candle with the intention and the energy of the spell that you're casting. So what I mean by that is you're going to take your hands and you're going to just channel your thoughts and your energy through your hands and into this candle. Make the candle become the outcome that you're trying to create. So if you're casting a spell upon a person or a situation, I want all that energy to go into this candle through your hands. That's really step one. As you do research in witchcraft, you're going to find that different colored candles mean different things. I'll probably at some point do a whole video for you about what colored candles can be used for what. But all you need to know right now is that white can be used for anything. It's basically neutral. So whatever intention you set upon it, it will take that on, okay? So we're going to start. You always want to cleanse a candle before you do anything because it's kind of picked up whatever energy it's found out in the world somewhere, or whoever created it or whoever handled it. Like if somebody was touching it at the store and they had a bad vibe or something like that, it might have picked up their energy. So you just want to be safe and cleanse your candle. There's a lot of ways to cleanse a candle. You can bury it in salt and leave it overnight. Especially on a full moon, that's a good way to cleanse all your stuff. You can sage it, which I don't think I'm actually going to demonstrate right now, but all you would do is light the sage and put the candle through the smoke. Or my personal favorite is to use Florida water for basically everything. I dilute my Florida water in regular water and put it in a spray bottle, and I can spray it around my house. So when you put the Florida water on the candle, I like to start at the top and go down and just kind of throw the bad energy off of it. Smells beautiful, and it's a universal cleansing agent. Florida water is also going to elevate the energy of anything that it cleanses, so it's gonna return it to neutral and then kind of bring it to a more positive vibration. Okay, sage is gonna cleanse with a feminine vibration, and Palo Santo or something like that's gonna cleanse to a masculine vibration. Okay, so there's 2 schools of thought on how to anoint a candle. One school says that you're going to take the candle. Here, I'll just show you both methods. You're going to take your oil. You're going to put it onto your fingers. And some people say you have to rub your fingers together. That's kind of up to you. What you really want to do, though, is talk to the oil ahead of time and tell it what you're doing for your spell and ask it to kind of participate and help you with your candle. Now, some people say that you start at the middle and you go up on both sides, all sides of the candle with the oil. Okay, then you go back to the middle and then you go downward. This is like that whole as above, so below thing. This is also described to be this way because like you're sending your wishes up to heaven and you're grounding your wishes down to earth. That's not how I prefer to anoint my candles, but I did want to tell you that that is one method. The other method is to decide whether you're doing a spell that's drawing something to you or sending something away from you. If you're doing a spell that's drawing something to you, I want you to start at the bottom of the candle, and like a tree or like a plant, you're going to grow that spell towards you. You're going to go up towards the wick of the candle, okay? And you're just going to put the oil on it, and as you're putting the oil on it, you're focusing on the spell and the outcome. You're figuring out what you want to have happen, and you're kind of like talking to it nicely and putting all of that energy into it. If you are sending something away from you, if you're doing a banishing or asking for someone to leave you alone or something like that, what you're going to do is you're going to start at the top and you're going to go downward. And you're like casting off whatever it is that you're trying to get rid of. And that's how you're going to anoint that candle, okay? When you are doing, let's do a novena candle. Glass candles are called, 7-day candles, novena candles, glass jar candles, whatever it is. You can find these even at the Dollar Tree, or you can get preset candles, which means they come spelled for you online or at like Botanica or somewhere. I always cleanse these. I always cleanse the outside of them with the Florida water the same way that I would cleanse another candle, and I rub the top of it. Now I go counterclockwise. If you go counterclockwise, you're casting something out. So I'm just casting away any energy that doesn't belong there, okay? When it comes to anointing a novena candle, you've got to do it a little bit differently. You can put the oil on the outside of the candle, okay? You totally can, and you can do that halfway method, or you can do like just all the way on the outside. You don't need a lot of oil. It's gonna get hot. You really don't need a lot, but just to do enough to just kind of get the intention infused there. My dog is dropping her toys. Then what you wanna do is you wanna take a very small amount, okay, small, of the oil and just run it around the top of the candle up here, okay? This is, again, you're setting your intention. You don't want a lot, it'll create a lot of smoke, and that can affect your interpretation of the candle. The last thing I do with these candles is I use a skewer. You can use anything pointy or sharp. I put 3 little holes, maybe 4, whatever you're feeling, and then I will drop a very small amount of oil. Again, you don't want to do a lot because it will affect the outcome of the spell when you're interpreting it, into these holes. Okay, so you saw me pour a little in the cap, and then I'm putting it right in the holes that I created in this candle. Voila, that candle is anointed. That's all you really need to do. When you use a figure candle, what the most important thing for you to do is to tell the candle who it is. We're not going to go over that right now. I'm not going to go over spelling a candle by putting words on them. That'll be a different video, but you're going to just kind of get this candle set as a certain person. You can just do that even by writing their name on it. But really the most powerful thing you can do is like infuse the candle with that person's energy. There's a variety of ways you can do that, but really just the power of intention is really good here. Just put as much energy of that person into this candle as possible, and then they are set, and you're going to take the oil, and I like to start at the top down because I am persuading their mind. And then from their mind, their whole body is set as well. So the oil goes all throughout their entire body, and as I do that, I'm telling the candle what it's going to do and how it's going to be. You can also start at the ground and build up if you want it to be a more subtle effect. That's fine too, but I always start by persuading the mind and working down. And the whole time you're dressing any of these candles, you're kind of talking sweetly to them. You're kind of telling them what the spell is going to be about. You're kind of telling them what this oil is going to do, and you're setting a lot of intention and a lot of energy into these candles. And that is how you dress a candle. Thank you for watching.